Have you experienced something that you felt like you never wanted to probably ever in your life experience again? That's a bit of an over exaggeration, but so this morning, usually Monday through Friday, I drop off my girlfriend at work and I'll have a shoot or a meeting or something to go to. But today I decided to go to a camera store. I realized I didn't miss one thing, and that's construction. On my way back, there was just a ton of construction and it just slows down everything. I guess it was something for the entire year of 2020 I hardly noticed. I'm noticing it this year. I guess everything's back, kind of back on schedule, normal, new normal type. I don't know. That's just something that I saw this morning that kind of grabbed my attention. But for today's vlog, I want to talk about lighting, because I have to say I've made some regrettable purchases when it comes to camera gear. I'm still struggling to get out of that black hole of camera gear and new camera gear versus old camera gear, what to buy, what not to buy, full frame, micro four thirds, APS-C, medium format. Yeah, I'm still kind of wrapped up in that whole thing that you kind of get wrapped up in when you go down this route of buying cameras. And right now, I'm mainly focused on batteries and lighting. So batteries, because I noticed that even though I've not used any of the previous Sony cameras, but I've heard that the battery life was horrible. Right now I'm filming this on the A7C and I do most of my photography with the A7 III. I've noticed that the batteries, and I just filmed the whole first piece, which I'm still going to use, in 40 frames per second instead of 50 frames per second, but we'll see how it looks. Back to what I was saying. Right now I'm focused on lighting and batteries. I'm using the Sony A7C right now to record this, and for most of my professional photography, I use the Sony A7 III. And what I noticed in these cameras is that although the batteries are much bigger than the previous versions, because I've heard and watched on YouTube that the previous Sony cameras, the battery life wasn't that great. And I guess I'm experiencing better battery life in this camera, but the batteries still die very quickly and I don't record much throughout the day. Maybe it's the settings I have in the camera, but I frequently find myself having to charge the batteries. So I invested in a V-mount battery. It's a small V-mount. It's the Came TV Mini 99. And so far, I've been using this same battery for about 2 days now. And right now I'm still at 95% of battery, which is not bad. Again, I said I don't record much throughout the day. Only time I record is when I'm sitting here doing this, or what I've been doing for the vlogs for the past 30 days. But the battery life with the Z batteries, although it's been said that they're better than the previous versions, they still need I guess a little extra battery life. I don't mind using them when I'm out and about, but I think when I'm doing stuff like this, where I'm stationary, not really moving the camera, I'll just use the V-mount. I am planning on recording more when I'm outside, so I'm just gonna have to invest in a few more batteries. But that was batteries. So lighting. If you watched yesterday's video, I talked about my goals for the month, which is vlogging for 30 days. Welcome to day 8, and practicing product photography. So starting out in photography, I had no lights. I had a flash. That was about it as far as lights. And when I would take any product photography, I would heavily rely on the lights that I had around the house. So any lamps, any ceiling lights, or any lights that was coming naturally in through the window. And with real estate photography, although I would use flash, sometimes it was mostly because I was taking HDR photos where I would take HDR bracketed photos. Most of the houses had good natural light, and I was able to put the camera at a good amount. I mean, at a decent shutter speed without taking it too low or too high to capture a pretty good image. But now I have a light, and that light is the Godox SL60W, and I've been using this light for the past year, mostly in my attempts to shoot these type of videos, but being overly critical of what I was making and not posting anything. That's a story for another day. Most of my lights are just budget lights that I use that does the job for me. But the main light I'll be focusing on is the Godox SL60W, which is lighting me right now. I will be doing a full review on this light in a later video. And my plan for today is to again focus on studio photography. That's the type of product photography I'm focusing on today, studio photography. So I'm going to be creating a setup somewhere in the house, either at my desk or in the living room, which is where I get the most natural light, and shooting some essential oil products. Yeah, let's get started. So as you can see, there isn't any light coming in right now, and I'm afraid that I'm not going to be here by the time the light comes through. Here is the setup. I'm taking the photos with the Fuji X-H1. This is the product. This is the setup. Super makeshift, just using white boards. This is the box. This is falling. These are the oils that come in it. I'm going to be taking separate photos for each oil. I just got done with the photos for the box. I'm just finishing up with shooting each individual oil. And now I'm about to edit that up, download the photos and touch them up a bit. The products I just shot are the essential oil starter kit from Young Living. Those are just some items I had around the house. This video isn't sponsored by anyone. I didn't use any props for this. It's similar to white backdrop photography. With studio photography, you can change the backgrounds. I just used this white background for this to test it out with the white background. I will be testing different shoots with different colors. This video isn't sponsored by Sony, Fuji, or Young Living. Yeah, but I had fun doing that. There's other things I need to get done throughout the day. So I am done with studio photography for today. Any questions, suggestions, always welcome. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll see you later.